At the same time the Beatles were stirring a generation of white Americans to twist and shout, African Americans were still required by law to drink from separate water fountains, sit in the back of the bus, and enter stores through the door marked colored. By 1964, the Civil Rights Movement argued with America to reconsider America's own notions of justice and fairness. The civil rights leaders did not ask for special treatment or for America to invent some new system of values. They only asked for the principles of the U.S. Constitution to be applied equally to all Americans who are human, no matter their color.
There will be neither rest nor tranquility in America until the Negro is granted his citizenship rights.
The interplay of justice and human value may seem obvious to us today, but this sense of fairness hasn't always been obvious, even to those societies that we typically consider to be the predecessors of our own system of justice, like ancient Greece and the Roman Empire. These principles of fairness that we hold so dearly came from somewhere, but where? Over 3,000 years ago, a Semitic people emerged out of Egypt, the Hebrews. They told us about a God who created the cosmos, a God who commissioned humans to build just societies, a God who intervened throughout history to maintain that justice in the face of human cruelty. But we've all heard people say that the God of the Bible is part of the problem, treating people unfairly and showing preference to one nation over others. Their concerns should be taken seriously. What they don't know is that their own sense of justice, their own sense of fairness has been primarily shaped by the same Hebraic tradition of thought found only in the Bible. Search the best of the ancient thinkers from Egypt to China to Greece or Rome, and you will not find the roots of our ideas of justice.
And if the Hebrews had well-reasoned thoughts about justice, then what else did they have thoughts about? Theories of knowledge, ethics, the rule of law, anthropology, the meaning of human existence, and the most pressing issues for us today. Hebraic thought is more than just religion. It's a fully formed cultural tradition. It includes that rich collection of ideas, concepts, stories, motifs, and values that emerge from the world of ancient Israel.
And in the last generation, scholars have proposed that much of our intellectual heritage in the West descends not as much from the Greeks as it does from the Hebrews.
That's why the Philos Project helped create the Center for Hebraic Thought at the King's College. Not just to answer questions about God's justice, but to provide a dynamic platform for new research and discussion about Hebraic thought, how it has shaped our culture, and how its concepts can be applied to the big questions of today.
The Center for Hebraic Thought is a hub and a community for research, resources, and conversations about the intellectual world of the Bible. A place where scholars and pastors and normal folks can interact with one of the oldest, richest, and yet most neglected traditions ever created.